This is Fitness Blender's quick cardio warm-up. With this workout, we're going to be going through 10 different exercises to help get you warmed up and ready for that next routine. We're going to be doing each one of these exercises for about 30 seconds each. All right, let's go ahead and get ready with our first exercise, marching in place. Again, this is going to be for about 30 seconds each. This one is just a nice, slow, controlled motion. Bring those knees up just a little bit. This isn't really a high knee motion. You're just going to be bringing those knees up to about halfway up that thigh, not quite to that hip joint. Just barely let those feet touch the ground, then slowly bring them right back up again. Again, this is a nice, controlled motion. Keep those lungs open. Got just under 10 seconds left, and we're going to switch to a squat plus a high knee pull. 2, 1, and switch it. Nice, deep squat. Pull that knee up. Then right down again, other side. Just alternate back and forth. Again, slow, controlled motion. You don't have to go into a really, really deep squat at first. You can take your time and kind of warm those legs up, getting deeper and deeper with every single squat. But you want to make sure you're always challenging that range of motion, trying to get those legs warmed up, those hips warmed up. Got just under 10 seconds, and we're going to switch to our next exercise, the walk down planks. In 2, 1, and switch. Go into those walk down planks. All the way down, slowly back up. So you're just walking down into that full push-up position, pausing there for just a second, then coming right back up. Just keep that motion going under control. Keep those lungs open. Make sure you're not holding your breath. We've got about 10 seconds left till we switch those flutter kicks. And go ahead and switch. And start them up. Nice straight leg. Just moving those feet back and forth. Again, this isn't a really kick motion or a really heavy kick motion. You're just doing a nice, slow, controlled motion back and forth of those legs. Again, focusing on keeping that leg nice and straight, getting a full range of motion out of that hip. Keep those abs nice and tight, those shoulder blades crunched up off of the floor just a little bit. Keep focusing and keep those lungs open. We're switching to a crunch jack next. And go ahead and start it up. Nice full range of motion. Tuck those knees in all the way over top of that chest, reaching down towards those toes, and then extend those arms and legs in opposite directions. The lower you go with those legs, the harder it's going to be. So just pick whichever version you want. You can actually kick those legs straight up in the air if you want to make it a little bit easier. Just keep going. Got about 10 seconds left. We're going to switch to a push-up plus a child's pose next. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch it. Go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. And start up. Full push-up, then sit back into those heels. Slowly back forward again. Another push-up, then back into those heels again. Every single time you sit back into those heels, make sure you're really stretching those hands out away from you. Get a nice full range of motion, trying to sit back on those heels as tight as you can, as comfortable for that knee and that hip as possible. Got just a few seconds left until we switch to a windmill turn. And go ahead and switch. Stand back up. Arms out to your sides, bent over, rotating left to right. Make sure you keep that back perfectly flat, only bending from that hip joint, rotating left to right, getting a good full range of motion on that torso, getting those shoulders left to right as far as you can go. Just try to keep those hips stationary and those knees nice and straight. Got just about 5 seconds left till we switch to a downward dog with a back bow. And go ahead and switch it. So feet just about shoulder width apart. Walk those hands out to that triangle position, that downward dog. Then slowly drop it down flat against the ground. Do a full back bow. Bring those hands back by that rib cage and walk back up into that full downward dog. Just keep alternating back and forth. Nice, slow, controlled motion. Make sure you get a really tight squeeze at the bottom. Really getting those arms and legs all the way up off the ground. Really stretch those hamstrings. You sit back into that downward dog, pressing those heels down to the ground. And we're going to switch to an arm cross swing next. And go ahead and switch it. So stand back up. And start it. Crossing those arms in front of your chest. Getting a nice full range of motion on that shoulder. Just kind of shifting your weight back and forth from foot to foot. Just make sure you don't stand still. You want to always keep those feet moving. Get a nice full range of motion. And again, swing those arms back and forth in a controlled manner. You always want to make sure you have control over those arms. Never letting them just flail around. We've got one more exercise to go, which is going to be a front jack. We're going to start that in about 5 seconds. 2, 1, and start it. Into that front jack. Those hands coming straight up in front of your chest and right down to those hips. Same motion with those feet as you would with a regular jumping jack, just out about twice shoulder width apart, and then snapping those feet right back together again. Those hands come straight up in front of that chest and right back down to those thighs. Keep that arm nice and straight. Got just about 10 seconds left. Just keep it going, nice even pace. Keep those lungs open. 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, good job. This warm-up is complete.